Hi guys, PH's Railway Videos here, and today then I'm doing my first Railroad Tycoon 3 video. It's called I built Sodor in Railroad Tycoon 3, because you see there's a map setting in Railroad Tycoon 3 where you can make maps, and I used that, create a map of Sodor, and Sodor is one of the things you can do for Sandbox, so that's what I'm doing. Long story short, how it came about is that I was just looking at the 2014 map and thinking how I hated it, and then it just came to me and I did it. It took me 1.5 days roughly, and here's the finished product, complete with everything, including everything, including water, which before I started this I didn't know how to do. So it's always good that now I know that I learned a new skill, isn't it? So alright then. On the mainland, then I did on the mainland, then I just basically did track along the length of it, cause there wasn't really much else to do, considering it's a map of Sodor. Didn't really want to put, for example, Barrow and Furnace here, Foxfield, Bootle, Ravenglass, all the other stations I missed off, and likewise the other way. Well, I did have a very go at the Anside Viaduct in completely the wrong direction from Anside just here, but you know, who cares? So this is the Vicarstown rolling bridge. Unfortunately, I couldn't really do it because it's Railroad Tycoon 3. To cross over open water you have to have suspension bridges, but that's still the Vicarstown rolling bridge. This is Vicarstown. Looks quite good. 4.5 stars, which just shows how big it is. Personally, I think Vicarstown's the island's capital, which would make sense considering its position. There's literally nothing over here, but a few farms. It's even at sea level, without the sea, can you believe? For some reason, then the ocean thing didn't work very well, so you have got oceans that aren't on ocean level in some places, which isn't how it should be, I know, but still. Anyway, as we continue then, this is Henry's tunnel, you know, where Henry got bricked up. If anyone doesn't know the story, then Henry didn't want his paintwork to ruin in the rain, so he decided to not go out of the tunnel until the rain stopped, so they bricked him up in the tunnel to teach Henry a lesson, and then they released him again. So long story short, that's what happened. Obviously the hill isn't quite this big, and there's a big woodland over it in the actual map that I was using, but still. I forgot to put branch on Normanby branch, and I was like zoomed this far out, so when I did it, I added the word branch next to it, so it isn't actually very next to it at all. But you know, either way, this is the Normanby branch, and yes, it does actually go like this. So this is Normanby. 2.5 stars, seems about fitting. Nice little port. This is Arthur's branch, so so I named the engine that runs on it Arthur. There we go, that's Arthur there. Just stand by, then we can click on him and just prove it's Arthur. See, look, Arthur. Oh no, Thomas has crashed. Fingers crossed its replacement will also be Thomas. So then it goes on to the Crovens Gate, which is where the narrow gauge railway starts. Oh no! Oh dear! No passengers. So that's where the steamworks is, and put a maintenance facility in there to replicate that. Then this is Crovens Gate Station. Covers all of Crovens Gate apart from one little retail store, but who cares about that? Oh look! You can get hula hoops from the retail. This is 1920, mate. We're talking posh. Just for the record, I do not know when hula hoops were made. So then the Scarlowy Railway goes up here. Costnicurin, don't know how to pronounce that, so I'll just say that. I have no idea what happened to Glennock there. That's better. Glennock, Costnicurin, and indeed Reneus were originally like 3 times the size, but I scaled them down. So then this is the viaduct. Again, another famous story happened here, a classic Audrey one. So Duncan came up here. He was like, "No, I'm in a bad mood. I don't get polished. It's where a Scallowy does, and the passengers get ices. It's not fair, blah blah." In the typical Duncan manner. So he stopped on the viaduct and went no further. So then Scallowy had to come up along here again and push him up, and then they told him about Rheneas breaking down on this bit. Interesting enough, that's where Scallowy is right now. And yeah, and then he changed his mind, so that's where that happened. Then goes up a mountain. Just for the record, a train would never be able to do that in real life. The closest thing we have to it today is what's it called? The 95% is the God, I don't know. Is the incline at Fawley Hill, which is a really big incline. And back in the day, then we had the Hopton incline, which is what Gordon's Hill is based off on the Cromford and High Peak Railway, which is now the High Peak Trail for anyone who's interested. This is Railroad Station anyway, for Rheneas. As you can tell, then there's no bridge over the river here, because there was a case of railway first, river after. Then, you know, you have the loop around the lake. This is Lakeside Station, you know, where Peter Samuels, the refreshment lady behind, another classic story. This is this wasn't a case of railway first, river after, because as you can tell, there is actually a viaduct there. You know, goes around there. This is Scallowy Station, and this is the way to the quarry. Oh look, here's Rheneas. Oh, forgot to rename it. I'll just do that. And it leads to the slate quarry, which is just here. So it's the quarry again. This is the incline for a start. Again, and another classic story happened here. The trucks came down and bashed Peter Samuel because they thought it was Sir Handel, which gave him the new funnel that we all know. And this is also known as Boulder Quarry or the Blue Mountain Quarry. Obviously, technically, it can't be the Blue Mountain Quarry because there is a standard gauge each line going there. But I don't really believe that the Blue Mountain Quarry was actually a real quarry, because it wasn't invented by one of the Audrey twins, you know, and father or son, or Christopher, you know what I mean. And obviously, if it was Boulder Quarry, then Boulder would be somewhere up here, ready to wreak havoc on Rheneas below. No, that's not Rice, that's Rheneas. Never mind. So yeah, alright then, go back here. So this is Crovan's Gate. Got a bridge over the river there. We continue along the main line. Let's find out who this is. James. Good old James. This is another one of those famous spots of the viaduct. It took me about 20 minutes to get this right, because for some reason it kept on making a suspension bridge. But you know, either way. Long story short, Gordon was mad at City of Truro who for going 100 before him. He said City of Truro wasn't a proper engine because he had no dome. So then famously he tried to beat City of Truro, went across the viaduct, and naturally lost his dome because of it. The wind blew the dome off down the crevasse, and never to be seen again. Another classic story happened on this viaduct, which is one of the main reasons why I just couldn't not include it. And then we get to Kilthorpe. This station's actually called Kilthorpe Road in the map, and all this lot's gone. So thanks Railroad Tycoon for putting it back in. Then this is the Kirk Ronan branch, known to a lot of people as worked by Eric. This is Rolf's Castle Station. This is Eric, and that's Kirk Ronan. Got a nice little port to it, Kirk Ronan, because it's where, when I say nice, I think you have to go through some sort of secret underwater tunnel to get to it, because that's where I put it. But either way, then you go up here to Kildane. Again, there's James. Tell you what, I think James is faster than me. He got to Kildane at the same time as me, but you know, either way. Yeah, this is Kildane medium station. Nothing else to it. Although this is worth noting, this is the branch that you never hear about that's electrified. It didn't eyes properly. Obviously, I don't know how to not electrify all the track and only electrify some of it, so I've had to go with steam engines again. And seeing as I don't know the name of the engine, then I've just said the first name that came into my head that isn't an engine in Thomas and Friends. So here's Roger, guys. That's Roger. Roger that. And obviously it goes to Abbey Station, just there. You know, Abbey's actually just for an Abbey in the book, but hey ho, Railroad Tycoon 3, he did it again. You know, extended it, and I put loads of churches together to try and replicate an Abbey. Then it put a steel mill next to it, which kind of ruins the whole vibe, but never mind. Then it goes up into the hills through a big tunnel and ends up at Kirkmachan, or Kirkmachan, or however you say it. Again, a medium station. I would say there's nothing special about it, but there is something special. It's where the Cul de Fel Railway, you know, the mountain railway, starts. So, yeah, this is. I'll take you up that with no further ado. Obviously, because it. So now I've tried to put all the stations, you know, Kirkmachan, and you know, Schiller, all the stations, and up here is Devil. Now this is you know, whatever it's called. The game calls it Kirkmachan Crossing. You know, again, don't know how to redo it because obviously the steam engine got a gradient this steep. Then I had to put a maintenance facility in there somewhere, so I put it here. And let's find out what. Oh no, James has crashed. Well, I suppose it was beating us everywhere. Mustn't be good for it going like that. But you know, either way. So this is an Atlantic 442. Well, actually no. Yeah, it is. That's why it's called Atlantic. Honestly, never mind. Then there we go. Let's find out if it appreciates this nice brake as it goes into the maintenance facility. Does it come out without stopping? Oh no, it doesn't. I was expecting that. Then this is the infamous Devil's Back Station, where all the bad things. The section of track above that is where all the bad things happen. This is the Summit Station. This is the Summit Hotel, and this is the very, very hard climb up from Kirkmachan to reach it. Imagine climbing up something this steep. Good grief! Tell you one thing, I wouldn't want to do it, which is why I've never why I don't climb a lot of mountains. Then anyway, you continue on Kirkmachan, or Kirkmachan, or however you say it. The famous tunnel under town. This is the tunnel under the town, and this is Peel Godred Station. Forgot to do the extra line up to this up to the aluminium works, which I did remember to put in. I may as well just do that now. Let me think of another name for this engine. Let's just call it Oscar. So there we go, there's Oscar. If anyone who plays Railroad Tycoon 3 is here and knows how to electrify a single section of track, by the way, not all of it, please do tell me in the comments. Either way, so yeah. Oh no, Donald's crashed. Oh dear. Then we go along here, along the Peel Godred branch, so named. And there we go. We're finally back to Kildane. This is Cronk on the 2014 map, which again I hate. Then they copied Cronk and pasted it somewhere over here and called it Great Waterton. Mate, Great Waterton doesn't have roads going to nowhere. Haven't included roads in this because it's quite a hassle. But you know, still, has a large station because it's a big place. Doesn't touch a couple of things like the cattle ranch. And then, you know, goes away. Crosses is the river. along here into Maron. Maron's a big place. It's at the top of Gordon's Hill, as a lot of Thomas fans know. And yeah, got a windmill, some weird reason. And I think I just felt a raindrop. Does that mean I'm getting sucked into the computer? Oh dear. Anyway, this is Maron. Yeah, that's Maron. Then as we go down, this is Gordon's Hill, the infamous Gordon's Hill, which, unlike most people think, or as some people might say, contrary to popular belief, Gordon's Hill isn't one of those hills that goes wee. It's just a hill that goes wee. So once you get up to Gordon's Hill, then you don't get a big, massive down again. You go to Gordon's Hill, stop, and then go wah, and fall back down, because, yeah, that's just what happens, I think. Unless I've had some horrible misconception and I'm completely wrong, but most sane railway directors, if they had a hill like this, would just build a tunnel through it, instead of having a big hill that puts your engines at risk. But hey ho, never mind. As you can tell, what's it called? No, not the station. Poor old Edward here is struggling to get up it from his station to get onto his branch line, which leads me on to, guess what? Edward's branch line! Yeah, Edward's branch line goes to Sodor. There, quite a big place, originally intended to be the island's capital, don't you know? Goes to Edward being really slow because he's a really old what's it called? S3. And then here we get to the China clay pits in Brendam. I have no idea why I did that, but never mind. Yeah, this is Brendam. This is Bill, and this is Ben, unless they're the other way around. Let's just check. No, we're not automobiles. No, we're not lumber. Honestly, this thing's so annoying. No, not aluminium, the engine. I might as well just give up or pause the game. Oh no, they've stopped making, oh dear. No, never mind. Chemicals in addition to steel. Oh, that doesn't matter, I put chemicals all over the place. There we go, that's Ben, so that one's Bill. Anyway, yeah. So, this is the China clay pits. For some reason, Railroad Tycoon 3 keeps on putting houses in the China clay pits, and I'm like, it's a quarry. You don't live in a quarry. That just proves how much Railroad Tycoon 3 knows about the mining. I put this in to replicate, you know. I just put this maintenance facility to replicate quarry workings. Then this iron mine is the closest thing I could find to a clay mine, so I went with that. This is Brendam Docks. Everyone knows Brendam Docks. Maintenance facility to represent the big shed there. Service tower just because I can. Then, you know, up to Wellsworth. Wellsworth's a big place. 4.5 stars, same sign as Crovan's Gate. Only got a medium station though. Oh dear, must be only a medium town, even though it's 4 stars, I hear you saying. Well, it isn't. I answer. I think I'm digressing again, aren't I? I'm like this, I digress all the time. As Crazy Days videos on Gilbert Jameson know too well. You can check out the channels in subscriptions and subscribe to them yourself if you want, because I'm sure that they would both appreciate it. So yes, either way, Wellsworth, then we go along here to Crosby, which for some reason I accidentally built a cotton farm. Oh, where does Thomas keep on going? Why can't someone else go? Never mind. It's only your favourite #1 engine. Now you found out he's had about 5 reincarnations. Oh god, why did I have to say why is only Thomas going? Now Gordon's going as well. Never mind. As I was saying, I accidentally put a coffee farm in the sea. I have no idea why I did that, but hey, I did. So yeah. Anyway, this is on Crosby Crossing. Go over here, past a few farms, you know. Oh, I wonder who this is. Let's just pause the game so I can find out. This engine. Oh, that looks like Gordon. Yep, that's Gordon. Hi-fi over to Classics the Express and everything. Meanwhile, this is Knapford. There we go. This is the classic place, you know. Unfortunately, there's no Knapford Station in Railroad Tycoon 3, so I've just had to go with a big station again. So yeah, anyway, this is yeah, it goes like this, and that reminds me, Knapford Station is where Thomas's branch line starts, so give a hooray for Knapford as we curve our way out of it into Dryor, which is the place where Sodor Airfield is. Did you know that? Oh look, here's the engine that crashes. Thomas, must be because it's an S. Oh wait, no, it's Percy. Never mind, sorry. Then this is the bridge where Thomas went fishing, another classic Audrey story. It will also find its way into the Thomas series, and I'm surprised it wasn't in The Adventure Begins because it really is a classic. Anyway, long story short, this water tower that I depicted here. Yeah, this water tower that Thomas is just filling up. Yeah, that's Thomas. This water tower had run out of water, so Thomas got water from the river, and they got fish in it, so he broke down. That's that viaduct. Then we go along there. Look, Thomas's branch, proving it. This is Hackenbeck. Unfortunately, I forgot to put the Kindly's house in there, so I'll just put something close to a house in there now. What looks like a house most? I asked myself. None of these look like a house, to be perfectly honest. And I know that Mr. Kindly doesn't live in a paper mill. We'll just let Railroad Tycoon 3 sort that out with its famous what am I trying to say? With its famous putting houses where you don't want them. You know, this is a tunnel. This is the tunnel which Thomas sped through that led him to win the race against Bertie, because Bertie had to go over it again on a road that I couldn't be bothered to put in. Top marks for me, for not being bothered. This is Farquhar. This is the end of the line. This is the place where everything happens, apart from everything. And this is Toby's branch. I accidentally put that label there. Never mind. This is Toby's branch that goes up to the quarry. You know, this is the typical quarry. This is Toby. I turned him into a shade just because I could. And then we have the Knapford Harbour branch, which goes off Thomas's branch, which goes off here on a bridge. Then on the bridge, then it ends up at Knapford Harbour. This is Knapford Harbour for those who didn't realise. Just make it look a bit more like a harbour. Yeah, put a bit of ocean in there. There we go. This looks more like a harbour now, I think. Yeah, that looks way more like a harbour now. Way more like a harbour. But yeah, either way, that's Knapford Harbour. That's where Percy goes. Then we go up to Tidmouth, you know, where the sheds are. Put a couple of maintenance facilities and a service tower in to replicate that. This is Tidmouth Station. It's a big station for an almost 4-star city. And this is where the main line ends and Duck. Its branch line starts. This is Duck. No, wait, no, that's Douglas. Anyway, you're like an idiot now. So, that's Douglas. Then, one of these will be... this is Oliver. This is Duck. And this is Donald. All engines that work on Duck's branch. And this is Holtraw Station. The middle of Duck's branch. 3-star place, medium station. Looks like it should be bigger than 3-star, but never mind. Oh no, Arthur's crashed. Oh dear dear. Let's see, which one looks most like Arthur? Then go along here into Alsburg. This is the place that everyone knows because it's the start of the Alsdale Railway, which again is a place that everyone knows. So yeah, here's Alsburg. This is also where Skiff runs his boat tours according to the CGI series. Unfortunately, there is no way I can replicate the chute. Actually, maybe there is. Alright then, now you can get to watch me on Railroad Tycoon 3 trying to replicate the chute. There we go. See? Overpass. That kind of looks a bit like the chute, doesn't it? Here is your chute. This is the chute for the Archdale Railway. God, that is not a chute. Anyway, yeah. This is the chute for the Archdale Railway. This is the start of the Archdale Railway. This is Aylesbury West. This is Aylesbury. You know the drill. Actually, you probably don't, but still. The Archdale Railway is a 15-inch gauge railway based on the Ratty. Recommend visiting it once lockdown's over. Best railway ever, apart from possibly the Isle of Man Steam Railway and the telephone, but never mind. Goes up here. Again, it's made Vicarstown Road Marthwaite and Aylesdale way bigger than it needs to be, so I'll just get my regulator out again. And no, not the type we used to start locomotives on the railway. Different type of regulator to that. There we go. I think it was while I was doing this, you know, going deleting, that I cut away a bit of Glennock, but hey ho. There we go. Vicarstown Road looks more like it. Marthwaite is based on Merthwaite, again on the Ratty, which is barely a place at all, so I don't know why it's suddenly 2 stars. I'm confused. Anyway, there we go. That's Marthwaite regulated, and that is Rex struggling to get to Marthwaite. Let's just find out if I'm right. Yep, that's Rex. So yeah. This is Marthwaite. Then we go up to Aylesdale Green, which is not supposed to be that big. And it's not supposed to have houses and restaurants and rivers either, but I guess we can live with that. I think Aylesdale Green needs a place now, because I just completely ridden it in some places. There we go. Now Aylesdale Green has a few things, and you can't be a place without a brewery. Everyone knows that. The place I live has a brewery. You can't be a place without a brewery. And there we go. And that's Aylesdale. And that is an obligatory munitions factory. We don't like munitions, at least I don't, because they used to kill things, and I don't like killing things. But hey ho, rant over. Alright then, now it is time for me to show you another railway. Wait, is it? I think I've shown you all of the railway network. Just one thing to point out. Ulfstead. Yes, Ulfstead does have a castle. Yes, it was Godred. That's why Godred #1 on the Culdefell Railway, he was called Godred. No, there is not a line going to Ulfstead Castle. There we go. Just a little thing off my chest that I've tried to say to Crazy Days videos. But either way. Again, check out Crazy Days videos channel, subscribe to him, and also subscribe to PH's Railway videos. Please do. So there we go. No, Gilbert Jameson, not PH's Railways. Obviously, yes, do subscribe to PH's Railway videos. That is me. But, you know, I don't know what I'm saying. I never know what I'm saying. I'm a confusing person. And I don't think I did a very good job of flattening out this lake. Never mind. I'll just show you a couple of things. Bella mode is way too big. Time to get the regulator out again. So I made the old track bed for the Sodor Railway. So there we go. That goes along there, and there was a tunnel. Don't know how to do track bed tunnels. Okay, the Class O ones thing I know. Then it came out of the tunnel here, went to Castley Howen, and then went out there, went to another tunnel, went to here. Falcon fell off. Duke saved him. Went along here, and then it ended up at Aylesdale. God, how did it get that big so quickly? Anyway, ended up at Aylesdale, and the Aylesdale Railway took up where it left off. So yeah, that's the Mid-Sodor Railway's route. There's also the place that no one ever talks about or realises exists, and that is the Craigweir Tramway. So the Craigweir Tramway started at Craigweir, which is way too big, but never mind. Yeah, I started at Craigway, as you can tell. Now most of Craigway is actually built on its old trackbed. As you can tell, see look, this little Craigway suburb area is built on the old line's trackbed. But anyway, the old line went along here. You can kind of see where it went because I added the trackbed in. And then went to Drogan y Clagam, or however you say it. Wide Northwester says as it was built for zinc mines. Don't know if he's right or not because I haven't read between the lines of Sodor, reading in between the lines enough to know that. So yeah, then goes up along here. This is a cattle ranch. This is a backside mine, or however you say it. And this is the rest of the trackbed. The railway went to Harwick, which to be honest, I do not mind for once. The TV saying is saying that the Harwick there was a line up to Harwick because it's perfectly reasonable that you'd want to build a line to Harwick. See, look, it has a nice harbour. Just make it. Oh wait, no, you can't do ports and sandbox modes, can you? Never mind, I'll just pop a hotel there instead. There we go. This is Harwick. This is Ballaswain. I think I've touched on everywhere here now. Oh no, time to get the regulator out again. I don't know why Railroad Tycoon 3 doesn't just realise that I don't want these places big. They're small places, mate. Scalo Railway makes them bigger, then I'm making them smaller. We can deal with it, you know. Either way, no point talking to it like that because it's a video game. So, yeah, there is no point talking to a video game. Just to say to anyone watching this at home, please do not start telling your video games to do stuff because people will think I'm insane. As I know too well, but never mind. So, yep. Alright then. I'll just save all the changes I made to this. I called it Sodor Stand because I couldn't think of anything else to call it. Ignore my crazy names: Santa Roca, New, Myland 2, Munich Alps, Milan Sandbogs, Malabda, London and Edinburgh, Liverpool, Leeds. Craziness! That's craziness. Oh no. We want to Sodor Stand. There we go. Save. Yep. So, alright then, yeah, alright then, bye, I guess. I would say this is PH's Railway Videos signing out, but I just want to show you that craziness is complete craziness. Although, actually, come to think of it, then Rice is crazier. Where is Rice? I don't know where Rice is. Never mind. Alright then, so I shall see you, I would say I'll see you in the future, but yeah, I'll see you in a future video. There's a couple of new videos coming out. Another Garden Railway one, and there's a new episode of the Thomas and Friends series. So enjoy this picture that I did not take myself and I just stole off the internet. So yeah, alright then, this is PH's Railway Videos saying